Hello, everyone, and welcome to my TEW save. Hope you're all having a good day. This is TEW9, a 1998 save. The database was made by Chronicles. I'll be playing as WWE. This is when WCW are still on top, but WWE are starting to catch them back up on the ratings, whereas they were called then the WWF. The Montreal Screwjob just happened in November, so 2 months prior. We've got 2 weeks of TV to build the Rumble, and I'm not sure when I'm going to add SmackDown. I know it started in '99, but could be useful to bring a secondary show now just so we can build weekly TV quicker. And more of a chance to build stars. But also, the thing is, we only have 5.6 million left because I cancelled WWF Shotgun Saturday Night. Very weird name for a show. Never heard of it in my life, so it's a B show, so it's like darker main event, I'm going to guess. I could be wrong. Maybe it was more important than a darker main event, but that's what it looks like from what I see. As you can see here, Triple H, Shawn, and Russo are all unhappy because I added Jim Cornette to the booking team. And that's what happens when you have the 98 locker room, because they're all very unhappy. No one's a happy go jolly person. Money motivated. Not a very happy guy, Shawn Michaels, but I feel like we'll be able to put up with it due to the performances. The roster. The roster's pretty good. WCW's roster, I must say, is a lot better from what I've seen, but we've got guys like Stone Cold, just phenomenal. Phenomenal on the game. Got Chainsaw Charlie, who's also great in ring. Cactus Jack. We've got a lot of great workers. Edge. But this is young Edge, so not phenomenal yet. We've got Ken Shamrock. I really like the idea of pushing Ken, D'Lo, and Owen Brown are three guys I would like to give a push, and maybe one of them make it into the main event card. Ken is phenomenal. So very good in the ring. Luna Vachon. I'm going to keep her around because I'm thinking of bringing back Bam Bam. And she's actually a great worker as well, so she could be good to kickstart a women's division. Mark Merrow's obviously a nice mid-carder. Mark Henry is, as you can see, he's not very talented at this current moment. He will develop into a better worker if I send him to a facility or something. The Hardy Boys, really excited to book their upcoming. Owen Hart, guy I would love to see in the main event scene. Rock and Roll Express, phenomenal tag for us. They've got great skills. Shane. Now, I'm not sure when he started getting used on TV, but it would have been around this time, wouldn't it? Think so anyway, I'm not sure. Steve Blackman, I like the idea of using him, a legit guy. Michinoku was the, if that's how you say it, I can't remember how to say it. Don Callis talks about him all the time on commentary for AEW, so I should remember it. Michinoku. I'm just going to stick with Michinoku, even though I know it's wrong, actually. He's great, but the problem is I didn't see myself using the light heavyweight title, so I retired it, to be honest. Speaking of Don Callis, Uh, Rock. It's going to be a guy who's going to lead us for a while. The problem is, I see myself keeping him in the mid card potentially for the moment, just because of the primary stats. They're not the most flattering. Rikishi's also obviously called the Sultan for some reason, you know. Taker's going to be a top guy for time to come. He's phenomenal. Very good. Triple H. Vader is also a guy I would like to put in the main event. Pretty sure he was a main eventer, but then the whole Shawn Michaels thing happened where Shawn refused to work with him. So let's see. Personal details. Yeah. Has a strong dislike of Shawn Michaels, so that's going to be an issue. A very big issue. Russo, probably going to release him, to be honest. Don't see myself using Russo. Yoko, the problem with Yoko is he's gone till May. And obviously at this stage in real life, he hadn't wrestled since 96. And he's immensely out of shape. Well, he wasn't 385 pounds. I think he was like 500-600, they said in real life. So he was very out of shape. So I like our roster. I feel like we've got a good selection of teams. Good selection of top tier talent. The mid card's lacking a little bit, maybe. But the women's division it's non-existent, to be honest. I had to retire the title. It was retired. We have Triple H as our European champion. Shawn Michaels is the heavyweight champion. Rock Intercontinental. Billy and Road Dogg as the tag champs. The New Age Outlaws, which I like. I like that. Merchandise is 7, so we'll start upgrading that. We're going to make so much money off merch due to the guy's popularity. Production, I already fixed. I'm going to upgrade broadcast quality again. Just have a sip at the top. We're trying to be the best company. Why not act like it? And if you look here, most popular, most of the guys work for WCW or New Japan. But because Inoki's really popular, dang. Like if you look in the US, Taker's our top guy. But then you've got Hogan, Sting, Flair, Savage, Brett, Nash. Kevin Nash is as popular as The Rock right now, which is not great. Warrior is a free agent. DDP, Lex, Big Show, Kane, Roddy Piper, Goldberg. Goldberg's a great guy. So what I did was I have offered a contract to Steven Regal. He's got 30 days left on a handshake agreement, so I decided mid-card could definitely use a bit of improvement, and he's just the perfect mid-carder. He's a great on-screen personality as well. I remember, well, maybe not in the game, but in real life I have a liking for Regal. He was great with AEW. He's great with WWE. We don't really see him on screen anymore. He's more of a trainer, I reckon, but it's a great role for him. We saw him last time we saw him, Survivor Series. Lead up till Survivor Series, wasn't it? He just screamed War Games with, I think it was Punk, the Usos, Roman all on screen. I can't remember who else was on that team off the top of my head. We don't have any training facilities. We have we're sister companies with ECW. Problem with that, I want a lot of their guys. I want Al Snow. I want Bam Bam. I want the Dudleys. Even though the Dudleys didn't join until 99, I would still want them. I like the idea of possibly bringing in Chris Candida. He passed away obviously early in real life, I'm pretty sure, so he never got that big break. I would like Jerry Lynn, another guy I would love to sign. Lance Storm, he's a guy you can get their character right. He's gonna consistently put on great matches for you every week. Well, he's gonna be a standout performer, definitely. Paul Heyman, I would love, but the only way we sign him is if we buy out ECW, and sadly they're not that right now. Van Dam, excellent worker. Sabu, excellent worker. Taz, great. I would love Taz. And he's an excellent guy for the mid card. Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, I would definitely sign them both as well. I like the idea of signing both of them. So ECW definitely have a lot of guys we would like. WCW overview. Contracts expiring. You've got Regal, who I've just said I've already offered for. No one else I'm particularly interested in signing yet. Raven. Raven is a guy I really like. Obviously, he was on Ariel Helwani not too long ago, and I thought that was a great episode. To be honest, I really enjoyed that episode of Ariel Helwani's podcast. Well, it's not really a podcast; it's more of like I guess you could say it's a podcast. Chavo would be great to sign. Benoit, great to sign. His contract's till 99 of July 99, so like a year and a half. Jericho, year and a half. I would definitely be signing Jericho, Benoit. Dean Malenko, another guy. Excellent. You get the character right, he's gonna give you bangers. Him and Lance Storm are going to be excellent if we can get our hands on those. Dusty. Obviously not as a worker, but a backstage guy would be nice. Potentially as a manager for Dustin. Addy. There's a lot of guys in the WCW roster, obviously talented, we all know that. The thing with Goldust, I would love to change him to the natural Dustin Rhodes, but I'm not a big fan of Goldust. That is why I don't see myself ever giving Goldust the opportunity to shine. The natural Dustin Rhodes, potentially a guy I would like to build. What else was it I wanted to show quickly? Obviously we're at war with WCW. That makes total and complete sense. With the Rumble being our next show, I would love, sorry for hitting the mic, I would love to maybe come up with something a bit different than what they did in real life, but I kind of like the idea of Ken Shamrock versus The Rock. I don't like the idea of I think they did Goldust Vader. I think that's the match they did. They did Shawn Taker, which I also like, sadly, because I would like to do something different. Got the Rumble, where I would definitely like to have Steve Austin win. I think Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels is the best match we can put on by far. And it's just not even close. Possibly in the lead up to Mania, have a mini feud of Shawn and Owen Hart as a filler. That could be interesting. Shawn running the angle. If I ran one brother out, I could run another out. Something like that. Vince, we will definitely be using as an on-screen character. He's just gold. He's golden. He's great on the mic. He's possibly the greatest heel of all time in the WWE anyway. Him and Austin is probably Austin Rock, the pinnacle of WWE, lots would say. So yeah, obviously we didn't book any shows this episode, but I will get to doing that next episode. This was just a rundown of ideas potentially. If anyone has ideas, if anyone's watching this, and you would like to give your take of what could possibly be fun to do. These are what are all set up at the start. I don't see myself using any of these, to be honest. Bar maybe this, but so yeah, if you have any ideas for me or anything you would think would be fun to do or you would like to see, any hires, let me know and I'll see you in the next one.